Hi, I'm Petunia with Amazing Trails Yoga through hiking the Appalachian Trail. We are in Maryland, 41 miles of it, next to the very first monument built in memory and honor of George Washington. Today we are working for our shoulders, and be it that you're hiking, living life, at any rate, we get stiff, we get sore, we have a lot of tension in our shoulders. This will really help you. You may need a hiking pole if you are hiking, or a belt or a sash, something that we'll be working with. Okay, if you will start with me in Sukhasana, cross-legged position. Put your hands on your knees and we'll begin with pranayama, the breath of life. Take a deep breath in. Little bit more. And out. Let it all out. Breathing in very deeply. Exhale out. Breathe in. A little bit more. And breathe out all the way. Very good. Placing your right hand on your shoulder. Going to make some nice big circles with your elbows one way. Just opening up those shoulders. And the other way. Getting all the stress and tension, soreness out. Great. Let's switch arms, fingertips on your shoulders one way, doesn't matter which way. Big circles with your elbow. Lovely. And the other way. Beautiful. Hands together, we'll inhale our arms out to the sides. Exhale, right arm over left. Give yourselves a nice big hug. Inhale out. Exhale, left arm over right. Beautiful. Inhale out. Exhale, right over left. Nice, maybe you could touch those shoulders of yours. Eagle, wrap your arms, lift your elbows up. Looking up toward the sky and come down, opening up your shoulder blades, the space between your shoulders. Maybe you could bring the crown of your head toward your forearms. And coming up, we'll unwrap, open wide, and left arm over right, eagle wrapping your arms, elbows up to the sky, and coming down. Beautiful. Take a deep breath, enjoying this. And we'll unwrap. We're going to find ourselves in a child's pose. This will open up our shoulders, sit back on your heels, arms straight, activating the arms and the shoulders, knees out to the sides. Walk your hands over to the right, breathe into your right ribs. You could place your chest on your thighs. Bringing your elbow up to the sky, we'll open up and down. Walk our hands back to child's pose. Take a nice breath. Enjoy the moment. And walk your arms and hands over to the left. Could possibly put your chest on your thigh. Breathe into your left ribs, left lung. Twisting, opening up our arm up to the sky. Back to your other hand and back to a child's pose. Beautiful. Lifting up our seat, we're coming into a sphinx. Our thumbs can be touching, finger spread wide. Let me fix my glasses. You are on your forearms. Beautiful, nice arch. Look over your right shoulder and your left shoulder. Very nice. We're going to come over the tops of our feet, and you're lifting up your seat, walking forward, coming into a dolphin. Let your head, the crown of your head, come toward the mat. Beautiful. Straightening both arms at the same time, or one or the other. Inch them back for a minute. You're in downward dog, releasing your head. This is actually a resting position. Let your head dangle. Look between your hands. Lunge your right foot up between your hands in a nice lunge. Inhale your arm up to the sky. Opening up those shoulders and down. Lower your back knee to the mat. Your right knee will meet it. We are in a tabletop position. Inhale your right arm back up to the sky and bring it down under your palm up. Bring it out as far as you can. I feel my shoulder opening. And back up to the sky. And down under the table. Palm up a little bit further. And up to the sky. And again, down under the table a little bit further. Maybe you could touch your shoulder. Maybe inch your fingers up a little bit closer to your shoulder blade. I'm feeling my right shoulder open now. Straighten your arm. We're coming down and we're lowering our right ear to the mat. Very nice. Really stretching that shoulder. You can put your left hand on your right hand if you like. Open up your left arm up to the sky. And bring it back down. Left hand under your shoulder. We're unthreading the needle. Beautiful. Coming back into a tabletop. We will straighten your right leg and pick your left leg up and bring your foot between your hands. You might have to help it down a little bit. Could lower your knee to the mat, or rather straighten your knee as we lift your left arm up to the sky. Beautiful. Could follow the gaze. Coming back into the lunge, we'll come into tabletop on the other side. Inhale your left arm up to the sky and under the table. Through, your palm is up. Bring it back up to the sky. Your arm comes under the table, palm up to the sky, maybe a little further this time. Opening those shoulders. Once again, up to the table, or up to the sky rather, and under the table, a little bit further. We're going to drop your left ear to the mat, palm is up. Take your right arm up to the sky, onto your left palm, opening up your shoulders. Beautiful. Put your right hand under your right shoulder. We'll unthread the needle. Very nice. And come back into table. We'll come down with our forearms down onto the mat. Bring your right leg back and your left. We're in a forearm plank. And we are dropping our hips down to the mat. Come over the tops of your feet, taking our elbows out, touch the back of your head, and we're just going from side to side with our elbows to the ground. Side to side. Very lovely. Place your arms, bring them in front of you, lift up your feet, separate your feet and your arms together, separate, together, separate, and place your right ear on the mat, your legs and feet on the mat. You could wag your tail. Bring your chin to your chest. Your arms come up and around behind your head again. And we're touching elbow to ground. Elbow to earth. Elbow to earth. Very, very nice. Take your hands under your shoulders. We're coming up into a Papa Bear Cobra. Look over your left shoulder at your right heel. Forward. Right shoulder at your left heel. Forward. Beautiful. Again, we'll come down onto our forearms into a forearm plank. So come over the tops of your toes. Walk your feet into dolphin. Let your head dangle. Very good. Opener for the shoulders, or a strength bearing exercise as well. Lovely. Straighten both arms at the same time, or one or the other. Bring them back a bit, and we're going to inhale your right leg up and sail it through your hands. We're coming into a lunge. Beautiful. From the lunge, we come up into a crescent and prayer. With your left elbow, we're bringing your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. A prayer twist. Lovely, lovely. Extend the arms. Take your right hand up to the sky, your left arm to the ground. In this position, we're coming up into a twisted crescent. Very nice. Take your right hand down your left leg, your left arm comes up into a twisted peaceful warrior. We're going to keep going around. Bring your right arm forward, left arm back, left heel down into warrior two. Beautiful. From warrior two, we're coming up into a peaceful warrior. Our palms will be together, down into a prayer squat, fingertips down, up, just opening up those shoulders, palms together, coming down, fingertips toward the earth, coming up, opening up those shoulders, and coming down. Take your hands on both knees and your right shoulder forward, look over your left shoulder. Coming up, left shoulder forward, look over your right. Beautiful, coming up, palms together. We'll come into 5-pointed star, hands out to the side. You're going to take your heels behind your toes, bend forward. Your left hand, your fingertips, you don't come down to the earth, your fingertips come to the center, right arm up, opening up those shoulders, and back to a T. Little core work. Right fingers down, left fingers up to the sky. Keep your torso steady. Don't switch it around. We're merely opening up the shoulders. Left fingers to the earth, right fingers to the sky. Come to a T. Right fingers to the earth, left up to the sky. Again, we're not shifting our torso. Do it one more time at your own speed. Beautiful. Lovely, lovely. Coming up, wrap your right arm over your left. We'll come into an eagle wrap. Take your heels so that they come toward each other. Your feet are out to the sides. Coming down into the goddess squat and just shift around. Open up those shoulders. Beautiful. Lovely, lovely. Opening up and keeping your arms as it is. Straighten your legs. Keep your arms as it is. Not 5-pointed star yet. Take your left heel diagonally out. We are coming into an eagle wrap, warrior two. Lift up your arms and down. Shift your hips toward the front, warrior one. We'll come into a humble warrior with your shoulders like this. Inhale your elbows up And we're coming down to the inside of your right knee. Beautiful. Opening up those shoulders. Lovely. Coming back up. Nice. Unravel into the eagle, or rather, warrior two. My glasses are bothering me today. Warrior two. And cartwheel your arm down and around. We are in a high crescent. Take your back heel up, and you're going to circle your left arm around behind you. You can lower your heel for balance. If you like opening up those shoulders, great. And the other way, on your left arm. Nice. Beautiful. We'll do it on the other side right now. So take both hands down to the lunge. We'll come into a downward facing dog. Take a deep breath. That was a lot of work. Come into a plank. You are lowering knees, chest, chin to the mat. And then a high cobra. Come over the tops of your feet and flip them back. You're sitting back on your heels. And a downward dog. Look between your hands. You're going to inhale your right leg up and swing it through your hands. Very, very good. Beautiful. Lower your back heel. We're coming up into a warrior one. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Take your back heel up again. Your hands, palms together. We're coming into prayer. I'm seeing all these through hikers. It's really awesome. Take your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. We're coming into a twisted lunge. Open up those shoulders. Beautiful. With your core strength, you're staying in the twisted position. You're coming up and lowering your left arm to your right thigh. Your right arm comes up in a twisted peaceful warrior and a warrior two. Beautiful. From warrior two, we'll come up into the peaceful warrior. Lovely, lovely. Palms together. We'll come down, up and around. Opening those shoulders down, up and around. And again, we're coming down, up and around. Beautiful. Place your hands on your knees. Look over your left shoulder. And forward, look over your right shoulder. Beautiful. And looking forward, heels behind your toes. You're coming up, arms straight. Lean forward. And again, right hand, right fingers to the mat, left arm up. And we're twisting. Beautiful. We did this on the other side. Just some nice side twists, opening up your shoulders. Lovely, lovely. Using that core strength. Coming up to a T. Back into a 5-pointed star, so bring your heels together. And we're coming into warrior two. Oops, I'm sorry. Come back up into the 5-pointed star. Take your arms out to the sides as far as they'll reach. And your left arm comes over your right. Give yourself a hug. Keep wrapping. Your left arm is over your right. You're bending your knees. Just swaying side to side. Opening those shoulders. Beautiful. You get a back view today. I could have turned the other way, but I didn't. And you're coming up. Take your left foot forward. Your right toes a little bit diagonally. Take your elbows over to the front, and we are in a warrior one with wrapped eagle arms. Elbows up on the inhale And coming down on the exhale, make sure your left leg is bent. You're on the inside of your left knee. Opening those shoulders. Beautiful. Coming back up. Unraveling your arms. We'll come up into warrior one this time. And take your right heel up. Or you could keep it down for a better balance. Your right arm is coming around in big circles. Keep them as close to your body as you possibly can. Beautiful. Left leg is bent. And the other way, opening up. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Take your arms out to the sides. We'll lean forward. Come into a lunge. Downward facing dog. A nice breath in downward dog. Inhale into plank. Knees, chest, chin. Upward facing dog. And sit back on your heels. Very nice. And we'll walk ourselves up. Your shoulders should be feeling quite a bit better by now. I'm going to come to the center of the mat. Take your right arm. I'll come to face you. Your right arm up. You're in toes pose, by the way. And I'm doing this with a broken toe. Hiking a lot with a broken toe, much to my podiatrist's chagrin. You're sitting back on your heels. Your 10 toes are forward. Give them a nice stretch. Your right arm is coming up. Left arm touches your elbow. Bend your right arm. I'll turn around so you can see it even better. You're bending your right arm. Your left arm is pulling your elbow back. This is fine how it is, or you could take your left arm out to the side. Drop your thumb toward the earth. Palm is behind you. Bend your arm. Maybe you can go for the bind. Opening up those shoulders. Beautiful. You can be doing this, or you could be pulling that elbow back even further. It could touch the back of your head, the nape of your neck, between your shoulder blades. Whatever you like. And release. From that toes pose, we'll come forward and just kick your feet around a little bit. There we go. And we'll do it on the other side. So we're back in toes pose. This way we don't think about it too much when it's on the other side. How about I turn this way? So we're bringing up your left arm, bending it. You can touch the back of your head, nape of your neck, between your shoulders, regardless. Whatever works for you. Take your right arm, pull your elbow back. Maybe you can bring it back a little further. You could take your right arm out to the side. Thumb down, palm behind you, bend. You can come to the bind if you like. If not, just keep tugging gently on your elbow. Beautiful. And releasing. Again, we'll come into tabletop. Hot out our feet, get the circulation going. I'm going to sit back on my heels with the tops of my feet down. My hands are coming behind me. I'm lifting up my knees for a nice stretch on those feet. We're not just doing shoulders. Beautiful. And coming back. Let's fishtail our feet around. We come down to the earth. The palms of our hands are going to come to our side hips behind us a little bit further out to the sides of the mat. And we're coming up into a reverse table, opening up our shoulders. Good. Maybe you could look up to the sky, maybe behind you, just to open up your chin, your neck. Coming to a neutral spine, we're going to slowly swing your hips between your hands and come back up. A little core work. Arm strengthening, shoulder strengthening. Come between your hands and back. Make sure your arms are wide enough so your tiny can fit through. And one more time between. Keep it up and down. Very nice shoulder opener. To release that, take your left arm out to the side. Crook your right arm under, pull. Nice. Take your right hand on your elbow. Maybe you could pull it back a little bit further. And release. We'll do that on the other side. I'll face you. Take your right arm. You could be sitting any way you like. Over and across. Your left arm comes as a little crook to pull it back a little bit further. Feeling those shoulders. Take your left hand to your right elbow. Pull a little bit more. Great. And release. Now you're taking your strap, your belt, your necktie, your hiking pole, anything you want to do, or anything you want to use rather. You're coming up on your knees, you're sitting on your knees, you're taking your pole, I'll say, palms down, you grip the pole. You are bringing it, have it wide enough so that you can bring it up, and you're bringing it around behind you. This really opens up your shoulders, really good for the rotator cuffs, and bring it back. If you are struggling with this and you're bending your arms like this, widen your stance, widen your hold. If it's too loose and it's like this and it's so easy to do, bring your hands closer together. So you play with it, you be the judge. You might have to lengthen your poles. These poles get pretty long. You could open up and around, beautiful, and back. We should be doing this about every day. This is such a good stretch for your shoulders, your rotator cuffs, your whole being. And back. Again, just adjust to your size. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, beautiful, and down. We'll lower this and make our way back into a downward facing dog. Nice, just pedal out those feet. Look between your hands, place your right foot up between your hands. We're coming into a high crescent and leaning forward, getting those shoulders working. Into an airplane lunge. Your palms are up to the sky as high as you can. And come back into the high crescent, airplane lunge. Beautiful. High crescent and airplane lunge. Lovely. Take your hands to either side of your feet. We're coming back into a downward dog. Look between your hands. Your left foot comes up. You're coming back into the high crescent. Just playing with this airplane lunge. Palms up. Maybe your chest, your belly could rest on your thigh. Coming back up. Airplane lunge. Beautiful. And back up. Airplane lunge. Lovely, lovely. Bring your hands to either side. We're going to take our right foot up to meet our left. Coming into a chair and standing mountain pose. Since we are in the mountains in Maryland, we're going to do mountain pose and come into trees. There are so many trees around us all the time. We are certainly not lacking in trees, with a couple shoulder openers. So we all know you can take your right heel to the inside of your leg. This is fine. You could use your stick for support or a wall. Come up into tree with your right foot on your inner calf, your inner thigh. You could pull it up, and we are in a tree. Now I'm turning around to show you a few little tricks we can do. So we are in tree. You could stay in tree, grow your tree, bring your arms around behind you, grab opposite elbows. or prayer. This opens your shoulders, feels good. Any balance you're at is fine. Elbows. Growing our tree. And back to mountain pose. Take a deep breath in mountain pose. And releasing. We'll do that on the other side. Lift up all 10 toes, separate. Bring down so you have a nice steady stance. Nice good foundation. Your left heel can come to your ankle, to the inside of your calf or shin. You could pull it up to the inside of your thigh. Arms in prayer. You could stay just like this. You could grow your tree. Again, bring your arms around behind you. Place them in prayer. Grab opposite elbows. I'll show you from behind again. Whatever works for you, challenge yourself. Some people close their eyes. When I close my eyes, I'm about to fall right over. I need a dristy, something to look at that's not moving. But you could challenge yourself, close your eyes for balance. Going to grow my tree and release. Back into mountain pose. Arms up to the sky, up to our toes. We're coming down on our toes for a little balance, a little something extra. Cosmic egg, very nice. And sit back. Very lovely. Your feet are extended. We're coming into Paschimottanasana. Another shoulder opener opens up our whole spine and our hamstrings. Inhale your arms up, flexing your toes. We're coming forward. Doesn't matter how far down. A little bit further, further, come down. Rest. It does not matter how far down you are, but you'll feel your shoulders opening. Nice deep breath. Slowly rolling up. We'll shift forward a bit on the mat. Palms together, coming down. Lovely, lovely. Take your right leg over your left. We're eagle wrapping our legs. So our right leg is over our left, our right arm under our left. Going to touch the ground with your fingertips and your heels and up, opening up those shoulders one more time, working the core. Lovely. I'm going to unravel my arms. Shift my hips a little bit over to the right and gently drop my knees over to the left as I look over my right shoulder. Breathing into your whole entire body. Keeping your shoulders on the mat. If you can't quite drop your knees to the earth, that's fine, but do keep your shoulder blades on the mat. Nice spinal twist, opening up the shoulder blades as well. Another deep breath. Looking up to the sky, bring your knees up. Unravel your legs. Keep going left over right, eagle wrap. So left over right on the arms, left under right, eagle wrap your arms. Touch the earth with your fingertips and your heel and connect elbow to knee, opening up those shoulder blades. Beautiful. Unravel your arms as you lower your head to the mat, bring them out to a T. Shift your hips an inch over to the left and gently lower your knees to the right as you look over your left shoulder, keeping your shoulder blades on the mat. It doesn't help if you're way up like that. You can be like this, which is fine. Just keep your shoulder blades on the mat. We're all different. We all stretch differently. Another deep breath. And we're bringing our knees forward, unraveling our legs. Our feet come up to the sky. Can't do a shoulder yoga without a shoulder stand. Take your hands behind your hips. You're going to inch your feet up toward the sky. Nice on your shoulders. Standing right on those shoulders of yours. Lower both feet down over your head to the mat. I can feel the stretch on my shoulders, the weight on my shoulders. Going to bring my feet back up, slowly up to the sky. Little reverse sit-ups. Coming back overhead, feeling this on my shoulders. Looking straight ahead, not out to the side. And coming back up, beautiful. And one more time on your shoulders. Bringing your feet up overhead. We'll start lowering one vertebrae at a time. You're back toward the mat. Feet up to the sky. We're going to keep going down slowly together. More core work. Hover at the bottom, separate your feet, and lower. Am I on the mat? Yes, I am. I might have to scooch over. Bring your arms up overhead, interlace your fingers. Your feet could be together. You might want to point them or flex, whatever's good for you. Take your hands behind your head. Give your head some little neck pulls to elongate the spine, elongate the nape of your neck between your shoulder blades. And we're lowering our head, arms out and around, palms up to the sky. Rest, completely rest in Shavasana. Take some deep, cooling breaths. Allow your body to relax and sink further into the earth. Allow your body to welcome the breath to every last cell in your body. Inhale very deeply. Exhale. Bring your arms up and around, your toes pointed as long as you possibly can be. And roll over to either side. Rest your head on your arms. Bend your knees a tiny bit. Make your way up into Sukhasana, cross-legged position. Palms together. And thank you so much for joining Petunia here on the Appalachian Trail with Amazing Trails Yoga. Make sure you follow us on our blog, amazingtrailsyoga.blogspot.com. Subscribe to us and go out in nature and be as joyous as you can. Namaste.